Are you struggling to determine the right price for your plumbing services? Getting it wrong will have your plumbing business struggling to survive, or worse, out of business. In this video, I'm going to reveal the biggest pricing mistakes I see plumbing business owners make and how you can avoid them. Not just simply get by, but to have a plumbing business that is thriving, providing the wealth and security that you desire for you and your family. Number one, competitor-based pricing. One of the biggest mistakes plumbing business owners make is basing their prices solely on what the competition is charging. You know, it can feel like the easiest or quickest way to determine a price, right? Just check around and match what other plumbing companies are charging, right? Maybe taking a little off so you feel like you're more competitive. But here's the thing. Every plumbing business is unique, and so are its expenses. Basing your prices on your competitors' prices without fully understanding your own can put your plumbing business in serious financial danger. Each plumbing business has its own overhead costs, things like rent, utilities, equipment, fuel, insurance, payroll, marketing, all kinds of things, all right? Then there's labor, which can vary, based on how you pay your team and how efficiently your business operates. These costs are unique to your plumbing business, and they need to be covered in every job you do. Now, when you base your prices solely on what others charge, you're risking underpricing your services because you're not factoring in all your expenses and labor associated with operating your plumbing business. If your competitor is running a lean operation with low overhead, they might be able to charge a lower price than you. Or a competitor that is larger and that has more service trucks or crews to spread their operating costs across may also be able to charge less than you. In both cases, that's not necessarily sustainable or profitable for your plumbing business. When you don't account for your own specific overhead and labor costs, you could end up charging less than what you need to keep your plumbing business healthy and profitable. The key here is to figure out your own costs first. Sit down, do the math, and calculate what it actually takes to run your plumbing business day to day. Once you understand those numbers, you can build your pricing structure based on real data, not just what others are charging. This way, you'll know you're setting prices that allow you to stay competitive and profitable without risking your plumbing business. Number two, not charging for all expenses. Many plumbing business owners think that if they cover the basics, materials and labor, they're good to go. But in reality, if you're not including all your overhead costs in every job, you're slowly bleeding your plumbing business to death one job at a time. So what are we talking about when we say overhead? Overhead includes all the cost of keeping your plumbing business running day to day that aren't directly tied to a specific job. Think about things like insurance and tools, vehicle maintenance and fuel, rent, utilities, office supplies, and even the time and resources spent on administrative tasks like scheduling and invoicing and payroll. These are essential expenses, but they often get overlooked because they're not directly tied to any single job. If you're not factoring these overhead costs into your service pricing, you're essentially, as the saying goes, writing checks your body can't cash. And that's why it can often feel like it's, one step forward, two steps back, and that the harder you work, the less you make. Every job you take on should contribute to covering these overhead costs so you're not operating at a loss without even knowing it. Now, here's a quick and simple way to make sure that you're covered. Start by calculating your total monthly overhead. Add up all these ongoing expenses to see what it actually costs you to keep your business running. Take that monthly total and break it down by estimating the number of jobs you complete each month. Divide your overhead by that number to see how much each job needs to contribute to cover these costs. For example, if your overhead is $5,000 a month and you do 50 jobs, that's $100 in overhead per job. When you add that $100 to the cost of the materials and labor and your profit margin, you'll know that each job is truly priced to cover everything it should. By doing this, you're setting yourself up to stay profitable and ensuring that you're not slowly losing money on each job due to hitting costs. Number three, not charging for your value. Another huge pricing mistake is not charging for the value that you bring to each job. Your customers aren't just paying for plumbing. They're paying for your expertise and experience and high quality service. When you don't factor in the value that you bring, you're underselling yourself and you're leaving money on the table. You've invested years in learning your trade, building up your skills, and getting licensed. You know how to diagnose problems quickly and provide solutions and get the job done right the first time. That's the expertise that your customers can trust and rely on, and it's worth more than just an hourly rate. Your customers call you because they want peace of mind, knowing they're hiring a professional who can deliver quality work. Now, communicating this to your customers is key. Don't be afraid to educate them on what makes your service different. Let them know they're getting the benefits of a seasoned professional, high quality work, and reliable solutions that will stand the test of time. When clients understand the value you bring, they're much more likely to appreciate and accept the prices that you're charging. So instead of just covering your time and materials and operating costs, set prices that reflect the expertise and reliability that you provide. Not only does this reinforce your worth to your customers, but it also positions your business for long-term growth and allows you to attract good-paying customers who value quality work over the cheapest price. By charging for your value, you not only are respecting your business, but you're also ensuring that you have the resources to continue delivering that high-level service to every customer you serve for years to come. Number 4, ignoring profit margins. Covering your cost is important, but if you're not building in a profit margin, you're setting yourself up to just break even, or worse, lose money over time. Profit isn't just a bonus. It's essential for the growth and sustainability of your plumbing business. Profit allows you to reinvest in your company, upgrade tools, hire skilled employees, market your services, and ultimately give yourself the financial stability and growth that you deserve. Without a clear profit margin, you're just treading water. Now, you might cover your expenses, but without a buffer, any unexpected costs, like truck repairs or a tool replacement or even a slow month can put you at risk. Building a profit margin ensures that your business is not only surviving, but also positioned to thrive and grow. How do you determine and set a profit margin? A quick and easy way is to start by looking at industry standards, which can vary but often range from around 15% to 25% for service-based home service businesses like a plumbing business. Then, think about your personal business goals. Are you aiming for steady, sustainable growth? Or are you looking to expand, add team members, or invest in marketing? These goals will help determine a profit margin that's right for you. Once you have your desired profit margin, add it to the top of your calculated costs for each job. For example, if your job's total costs, including labor, materials, and overhead, is $500, and you're targeting a 20% profit margin, you price that job at $600. This way, every job not only covers your costs, but also contributes to your business growth. Including a clear profit margin in your pricing strategy allows you to build a plumbing business that's financially secure, able to weather unexpected expenses, and capable of expanding as opportunities arise. Profit is not a luxury. It's a necessity if you want to create a lasting, successful plumbing business. Number 5, not reviewing and adjusting prices regularly. Many plumbing business owners set their prices once and forget about them. But this approach can leave you falling behind as costs change. Prices need to evolve over time to reflect shifts in your expenses, inflation, and even market demand. Ignoring these factors can quietly erode your profits, and before you know it, you're working harder for less. Costs don't stay stagnant. Materials go up, fuel prices fluctuate, wages may increase, and overhead costs like insurance can change each year. Even small increases can add up quickly, eating into your profit margins if you're not proactively adjusting your pricing. So, when should you reassess your prices? As a rule of thumb, consider doing a pricing review at least once a year. However, if you notice significant increases in your expenses, don't wait. Run the numbers sooner. For example, if materials suddenly become more expensive or your overhead takes a jump, it's time to revisit your pricing to make sure that you're still covering all the costs and maintaining your profit margins. Communicating price changes to your customers can be a little intimidating, to say the least.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Just be straightforward and transparent with your customers. Let them know that as a business, you're dedicated to quality, that you've had to adjust prices to account for rising costs in materials and operational expenses. Reinforce the value that you're providing by reminding them that your commitment to top-notch reliable service and results hasn't changed. Regularly reviewing and adjusting your prices is not just about covering costs. It's about protecting the longevity of your plumbing business and ensuring that you can continue to provide high-quality service. By staying proactive, You'll be in control of your profitability. Ensure the financial health of your plumbing business, and your customers will see you as a professional who values both your work and their investment. Number 6, not charging a service call fee. One of the most overlooked pricing mistakes is skipping the service call fee. Many plumbing business owners feel hesitant in charging a service call fee for showing up, but here's the thing. Every time you go out to a customer, it costs you money. A service call fee is essential for covering the expenses tied to the travel, the fuel, vehicle wear and tear, and the time it takes to get to and from each job location. Without this fee, those costs are coming straight out of your pocket, ultimately chipping away at your bottom line. The service call fee also helps set clear expectations with customers that your time and expertise are valuable from the moment you arrive. It lets them know that they're getting a professional who takes their business and trade seriously, rather than a free estimate that undervalues the time and effort involved in even the simplest diagnostic visit. So, how do you set a service call fee without scaring off potential customers? Start by calculating the real cost involved in each visit. Look at average travel expenses, including fuel, and the average time investment for most trips. Consider a fee that covers those costs while remaining fair. You might offer to apply the service call fee toward the cost of the job if the customer moves forward with the repair or installation. This approach shows customers that you're not charging them for nothing, all right? You're investing that initial fee into their final project if they choose to proceed. Another strategy is to communicate your service call fee as part of the professional service experience. Let customers know that by paying a small fee up front, they're ensuring that a licensed, knowledgeable professional will accurately diagnose their issue. Emphasize that this process saves them time and money in the long run. Skipping the service call fee might seem like a small detail, but can have a big impact on your profitability. By implementing a standard service call fee, you're not only covering your cost, but also positioning your plumbing business as a professional, reliable choice. It's a win-win for you and your customers, ensuring they get the value they expect from a seasoned pro while you keep your business running efficiently and profitably. Now that you know what pricing mistakes to avoid, let's focus on what you can do to set yourself up for success. First, build a pricing strategy based on your plumbing business, not your competitors. Your pricing should reflect your own unique costs, the value that you bring, and your profit goals. Avoid the temptation to copy what others are charging, and instead focus on what your plumbing business needs to not just survive, but thrive. Next, stay clear of the common pricing pitfalls like undercharging and skipping fees and ignoring profit margins. These mistakes can quietly erode your profitability, but with just the little right adjustments, you will keep your business competitive and financially secure for years to come. And be sure to implement a service call fee. Regularly review and adjust prices and ensure that you're charging for all your expenses. They'll help your plumbing business grow stronger and more resilient. And finally, don't undersell yourself. Customers aren't just paying for your time on the job and plumbing materials and equipment. They're investing in your expertise and your reliability and the peace of mind that comes from hiring you in your plumbing business. If you'd like to learn more about how to price or simply just want to take your plumbing business to the next level, schedule a free strategy call and let's talk. Click the link or go to milliondollarplumber.com/call. And hey, be sure to like, share, and follow to be notified when I go live and for more plumbing business tips, techniques, and teachings. Plumb like a champion.